So why is flying overpowered in Three Houses? There are a few simple reasons as to why. I think a lot of people undervalue flyers. A lot of people also value them. Like I would say most players probably value like Falcon Knight and Wyvern Lord and think they're good classes and generally think flying is overpowered. But for all the people who aren't convinced by it, let me show you two units. All right, so here's Ferdinand. Ferdinand von Ayer, however you say it. He is a paladin with 8 move. So 8 move is good, right? He can move pretty far. Look at this. This is cool. He can move really far. Great. All right, so here's 8 move on a paladin. Cool. All right, now let's check out 7 move on a Pegasus Knight. So if I want to go over here, I can. I don't care about trees. However, if Ferdinand wants to go over here, this is how far he can go. Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem? Now, if he wants to go over here, he can kind of go a little bit further. But the trees reduce his movement, so let's count the movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just going through one tree tile reduces his 8 movement to 6. Going through 2 tree tiles reduces his 8 movement to 3, or in this case, tree. So he has tree movement right now versus this. So if I wanted to go fly out and like attack one of these things, I easily can. And if I want to like fly to here, shoot this, and then Canto 2, I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I can actually, so check this out. If I wanted to do something like this, kill this guy with an iron bow, take a hammer, and then Canto 2, I can do that. So I still keep my 7 movements. Now obviously I'm going to get shot at, but it doesn't seem to matter because as a Pegasus Knight, you're extremely dodgy. Why are you so dodgy? High speed plus avoid plus 10. And also, I think he's hitting me at 2 range, so his accuracy's down. But he can't kill me, and that's like a level 27. This is like a maddening thing. This isn't like, you know, hard mode or normal mode or something. But being able to just fly out over any obstacle, whether it be trees, buildings, rivers, lava, whatever, that other units can't pass or that have a hard time going through, flyers completely ignore it. So the first reason why flying is overpowered is you're uninhibited by terrain. Some players, even like veterans, argue that flying is only really super good on certain playthroughs, like Crimson Flower is one that I hear a lot. But it's good on literally every playthrough because every single map has physical terrain. There are very few, if any, flat maps that don't have movement impairing obstacles. Like every map has buildings, trees, rivers, something. There isn't a map that's completely flat. There isn't. And if it is, there's still little obstacles. Like even on the maps that are like indoors, where there's like walls and shit, there's still sections where flyers can fly over that's like cracks in the wall. So even on that, and that's like one map in the story mode, like in campaign mode, right? That's one map. The DLC is a different story. I don't even know if you have access to flyers in DLC. But in the main game, most maps have trees, buildings, like even this, like this altar, this is an obstacle. Like if I had a paladin and I wanted it to run through both of these altars, it can't. But if it's a flyer, it can. And also elevation changes, right? So you can see there's stairs here. Flyers can just fly right over elevation changes without any issues. So if I want to just fly from here to here, I can easily do that as a flyer. But if I want to do that as anything else, even an 8 movement paladin, which is really good movement, doesn't, you know, you can't do it. You're not gonna be able to do it. Well, actually, let's see. Let's count the tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you could barely do that. But if you wanted to go to this tile or this tile, so like this, the distance is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's Pegasus Knight. 7, Wyvern Rider. 8, Falcon Knight, Wyvern Lord. So like that's the difference in range. Having uninhibited movement is insanely broken. Also, most flyers have high movement stat, so I just kind of broke it down. Like Pegasus Knight is 6, Wyvern Rider is 7, and then Falcon Knight and Wyvern Lord is 8. Most maps have annoying terrain, so that's the third reason. Like pretty much every map has terrain. Even like every city map has buildings that are physical that units can't go through unless they're flyers. So even if it's like an assassin that's unimpeded by like forest and shit, or a unit that like ignores forest tiles, for example, it still has to respect buildings. It also has Canto. Like every flyer has Canto. So this combination of ignoring terrain, good movement stat, Canto, just a good frame. Like most flyers have a good frame, and by that I mean like they have good offense and good killing capabilities, like good damage output. So you're able to kill things consistently. You can do that with axes on the Wyvern side or Pegasus side, Falcon side. You use spears and swords. Brave Sword, I think, is undervalued in the game right now. Brave Sword Plus and Brave Spear Plus, or Brave Lance Plus, I always call it Spear, are really powerful for getting like quad attacks in with Death Blow and Darting Blow on like Falcon Knights. I think that's like their metagame. So pretty good frame. Flying is pretty much overpowered. Let's pick this guy apart really quick. The other thing you can do is throw like bows on them. That can be pretty broken too, because it just gives them extra reach. Just a gambit for fun.
They pushed me too far.
That's pretty much it for flyers, or flying rather. I think it's overpowered, to be honest, in this game. It's way too strong. Flying plus like the range, the terrain ignore, the Canto, the best movement stat class, like it all adds up, and it's just like so ridiculous. Let's just pass just to see what happens, just for fun. See what this monster does. I might kill the one low health flyer I have. No one died, hooray. This archer missed, and it looks like he attacked. Yeah, he did his big attack. But yeah, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this, found this interesting or useful, definitely like and subscribe, or let me know what you think. You can also just let me know what you think in general, because I'm curious as to what people think. I know a lot of people love Brawler as a class. Personally, I'm not a fan of landlocked classes in general, because flying is just so good. And like the way I look at it is mobility is more important than raw damage, because having a bunch of flyers in a squad can fly up to small groups of enemies and pick them apart and get out of there safely pretty easily. Whereas like if you have a brawler and it's overcommitted to a position, it needs like a rescue to get out. So that's like the way I see it. And then I'd rather have flyers than horses, and then like land units in terms of hierarchy. So I'd rather have more horses, because horses are, you know, land flyers essentially. But yeah, that's it for this one. Curious to see what people have to say, and peace.